So today we're doing something a little different. We are going to review fragrance oils from Fragrance2U. We are going to review their new Summer Sundown collection. It's a mix of 5 summery scents. I have them in their little sizes here. And yeah, this will be a fun tactic today. We're going to do something a little different. I've done one fragrance review before for Candle Science when they released a new set. So we're going to try that again today. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Burnett King, the founder of Noble Crown Fragrances, a company dedicated to elevating your space through the power of scent. The Noble Crown podcast is here to talk to you about the business of building a product-based brand with lessons learned that help you reach your goals faster and better understand the industry. If you're watching this on YouTube, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow and keeps you connected to future episodes. So, like I said, today we're going to do something a little different in that we are going to review some fragrance oils from Fragrance2U. I use this company. I have only one oil in my array of oils that I use from them. So I wanted to try a few more, and I was looking at some other samples. Actually, we're going to do 6 fragrances. I'm going to do a surprise bonus fragrance that I am looking at. But yeah, they're a great company. They ship really fast. I like how they package everything. Everything always comes to me intact. But yeah, we're going to go through their Summer Sundown collection. So if you guys haven't done a fragrance oil review with me before, I like to score my oils in 2 ways. So first, 1 to 5 on whether or not I like the scent, right? So that's just likability. We'll talk through some of the notes that I pick up with my nose and what I recognize and whether or not that matches up with what they have on their website. And then the second rating is 1 to 5 in strength. So like how light or how heavy the oil or the notes are coming across in the oil. And that just helps me gauge, like, if I'm going to use this oil in a particular scent, do I think it will be strong in whatever combination of oils that I mix together? Or do I think it'll be like a supporting note rather than the main note? So let's jump in and get started. So I'm just going to pick them at random here out of the 5. The first one that I have here is called Melon, Rind, and Rosemary. And you can see I love the labeling that they do. It comes across really pretty and they do a good job with packaging. It even has on the back, now this is rare and I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but you can see the IFRA percentages for several popular categories. So for example, in category 4, which is perfumes, this is a 19.54% IFRA rating, right? Meaning that's kind of the maximum percentage that you would use in your perfume combination. So let's check this out. Melon, Rind, and Rosemary. I'm going to try not to look at the notes that they have on the bottle and just smell. What I do is I always smell it like 3 times to try to pick up the notes that I can. So right away I get melon and I get strawberry. Those are kind of the main things that jump out at me. This is supposed to be like a fruity aromatic combination based off of the name, I'm assuming. So melon, rind, and rosemary. And it is very melony. I would say for me, this is a 4 on likability, right? So it's really good. I really like this oil a lot. It does have that melon, but there is something extra to it. So on the second sniff, I start to get those aromatic notes. Obviously it's probably rosemary, but if I were just smelling blind, I would say mint. There's probably lemon or bergamot in here as well. I would go lemon. I'd like, for some reason I'm getting lemon, but there is the green aromatic note. So I would say we're at melon, we're at strawberry, we're at lemon, and let's just call it rosemary because we know it's in the name. I would say mint also is probably in here. And strength wise, this is pretty strong as well. So this is a 4. So this is a 4 on likability and a 4 on strength. Remember, I'm ranking 1 to 5. Why don't we jump over to their website? So I'm just going to take a peek real quick and read off the notes for you. So we're at melon, rind, and rosemary. And this one, what do they say here? They say watermelon rind, rosemary, watermelon, grapefruit, currant, melon, and basil are the notes. So this is definitely, it leans more fruity than aromatic to me, right? But they do have it listed as an aromatic fruity combination. I definitely get the watermelon. And, to me, I smell lemon, but there's also, it's probably grapefruit. And then the base has some melon in it as well. And there's currant in here. So it definitely is like a red currant. You can, like, now that they say that, I can pick that up because there's some sweetness in here. Yeah, it's definitely sweet. And I definitely get watermelon and melon. I get both actually. That's why my head was initially picking up strawberry. It's actually the watermelon and melon combination together. And again, I'm not getting a ton of aromatics, but I can definitely see rosemary and basil being in here. I probably get more of the basil. Like I was getting mint, right? But it's actually basil that's in there. So yeah, this is a 4 and a 4. I really like this one so far. Okay, let's jump over to, I'm going to try to pick something a little different. So this one's called Summer Skin. Let's see if you guys can see that on camera. And you can see on the label here, it has coconut, banana, and amber. But let's see what I get when I smell it. I definitely get coconut, and I get a fruit. It does smell like banana, right? So up top, I'm getting those, kind of fruit notes, coconut and banana. It is probably another 4 for me on likability, but this one's lighter. Let's try to smell it again. It's probably like a 2 on strength, maybe a 3, but I'd probably go 2. I'd list this as a 2. So in that supporting note category, but you're gonna smell it, right? Actually, if you combined the last one, so this last one, like I'm already thinking combination. So melon rind and rosemary plus this summer skin, I think this would be an awesome combo together. But let's focus on summer skin first. Yeah, I would guess peach or banana is the fruit. I get some ozonic notes in there, right? So something that's going to be a little airy. I think the amber also comes through. I would say it's musky more than ambery. So I would say this is musk, coconut for sure. I would go peach or banana for the fruit, but to me, like banana's a rare thing in fragrance oils. Um, I know it's listed here, but I would go more peachy than I would banana. But I do like this for like a banana scent. And then I would go kind of like aldehydes, or I don't know, even like maybe a watery ozonic note. Let's jump over to the website and see what's in the bottle. Again, really pretty bottles. These are in these 1 ounce sizes. So the set comes as 5 together, and they're doing it for $12 currently. But that might change over time, and they may not have the sets forever. So let's see. Let's jump over to Summer Skin and see what it says. So they are saying this is an amber floral fruity. Up top they have sea salt. Again, that's where that watery note is coming in. Banana, coconut, tropical fruit, soft skin accord, which is probably a musk, amber, and then coconut water. So yeah, I would agree with that. There's some natural content in here as well, cedarwood and clove. I would say this is a tropical but musky, clean, musky, watery scent. I really like the combination. Again, this is going to be a 4 for me on likability, and then a 2 in strength. So yeah, that is Summer Skin from Fragrance2U. Okay, let's jump to the next one. This one is probably, I'm probably gonna like. This is a iced pineapple and coconut water. So they have pineapple, coconut water, and agave, right? And agave always comes across as like clean, green, watery scent, almost like aloe. But let's give this one a try. This one I am actually not a big fan of. This is probably a 2 in likability. It's probably medium strength, but let's smell it again. I'm getting something spicy, which I'm not expecting, right? That's a little weird. I do get the pineapple, I do get the coconut water, but let's smell it again for strength rating. Okay. So pineapple's coming across stronger. There is something spicy going on in here, which normally I'm a fan of, and there's another scent in the 5 that's going to be like a spicy fruity mix. This one smells synthetic to me. So this is going to be a 2 on likability and probably a 3 in strength. You could use this. I know there are better pineapple scents out there for me, but because I use several of them. This is definitely like a lighter, like it's trying to be a watery pineapple, right? And I don't know if I'm getting coconut. Let's see. I get like pineapple water, and that's pretty much it. Like I'm not getting. Actually, now that I say that, the coconut does come through. It's almost like a coconut shaving. Yeah, this one is a no for me. But let's see what the notes are in this. This is interesting because this is something I would like normally love. But let's see what they say for iced pineapple and coconut water. They say pineapple, coconut water, citrus, mint, sugarcane, and agave. I get really only the top notes. Let's give it one more sniff just to see if I can pull out some of these other things. Okay. Like doing a deep inhale, I get some of the agave. Like I get a little tiny amount of green, but not a bunch. I personally would skip this one. It's giving like Bath and Body Works kind of like pineapple coconut. Like, I'm sure they have some scent like that. Um, I can see the iced note being a little different with the pineapple. Like it leans a little like cooler rather than warm. But this one is just, it's not a win for me. Let's move on to one of their florals, which is this moonflower and manoi. I think that's how you say manoi. So moonflower, manoi, and then santal musk, right? So a sandalwood kind of musky scent. Let's see if I like this one. This one's interesting. I would probably say this is a 3 on likability for me. It's a little generic floral to me, right? I definitely get some of the sandalwood, which I like in there, that santal note. And then there's some kind of floral. It's powdery, so my guess would be iris, but moonflower is typically like an iris approximation. You're not typically getting like real orris notes when you're going for these like powdery florals. Um, you're probably getting violets instead of iris. It's pretty, right? It's pretty and it's basic. It's very light, so I would say it's probably a 1 on strength and a 3 on likability. Sorry, I'm getting some on my nose here I'm trying to get rid of. But yeah, this is like if you need a generic floral mixer, like a powdery floral mix in to like put in combination with something else, again, I think you could do something very beautiful if you combine like these two together. So this summer skin with this moonflower manoi, like almost an even mix, would be really pretty. A really pretty like skin scent, right? Like perfect for summer, because you get that like hint of coconut, and then you get this hint of floral. Let me see if I can pick anything else out of this. Now, what's funny is I get more of the like agave note in here, right? Because to me, agave always smells like, or aloe always smells like Head and Shoulders shampoo, and I'm getting that out of this. So there's some kind of watery green note in here as well, but I also get the floral. So let's jump over to their site real quick and see what it says for their notes. Sorry, I just got to go back to there, and then we're gonna go Moonflower and Manoi. And they describe this as a luminous moonflower and tender tuberose. I'm not getting tuberose or lily of the valley out of this at all. They do say some vanilla. I can see vanilla being in here. So they're saying moonflower, orange blossom, so neroli, manoi, jasmine, tuberose, santal, musk, and vanilla, right? So for me, I would say I agree on like the moonflower. Really, that's like typically gonna be like some kind of iris. They're saying there's a like a Sichuan pepper extract in here. What's funny is I got more of the spicy note from this iced pineapple coconut water than I do in this moonflower. But they say there's some lemon, some juniper berry. There's a lot of natural content in here, which is fun. Ylang ylang, which I could see ylang ylang being in here. But mostly what I'm getting is the powdery florals in there, and then a little bit of musk and the vanilla. So just a general like like pretty powdery, clean, like leans more white flowers, maybe some purple flowers, right? It's a really good mixer. I would say again a 3 on likability and a 1 on strength. And then let's look at the last one out of the summer Sundown mix, which is this chili mango and tamarind. Now, this should be up my alley. I am a big fan of spicy, fruity mixes, and I use like a spicy mango in one of my older scents and one of my body mist scents. So let's try this chili mango and tamarind. Oh, wow. So this is super spicy. I've never smelled something as like spicy as this in a fruity like fragrance oil, and I kind of like it. So I would say this is a 4 for me, only because it's more spice than it is fruity, right? I would love to get the mango coming through more, but you definitely get like red chili pepper. That's like the first thing you get, and you can tell there's some fruit in there. So like it is a good like kind of. Like a tahine scent. So I would say for me, this is a red chili pepper, a pink peppercorn, and a orange or mango, like that kind of orangey fruit in there. It's probably mango because it's more fleshy than citrusy. Yeah, and it's a 4 for me and probably a 2 to 3 in strength. It's probably a 2. It's a little light. The pepper is not light at all, but the fruit is light in here. But I do like this quite a bit. And it is unique to other like floral, like I have tons of fruity, spicy fragrance oils. This one is unique. It is very different. If you want something that is like heavier on the spice note rather than the fruit note, go for this. I would say this is definitely worth a try. Yeah, like if you're going for like a tahine cocktail type scent, this is perfect. This is perfect for that because I have not smelled a lot of other things that smell like this when it comes to that spicy fruity combo. Let's jump into their site again and see what they say for the chili mango tamarind. It says bold combination of sweet heat. I would agree with that. So they're saying citrus, which again I get orange, right? And then chili pepper for sure. They're saying lime. I'm not really getting a ton of lime in there. Tamarind, which is a sweet fruit, and then mango and agave. And then there's a bunch of natural content in here as well. The cumin probably stands out in here for me. There's some orange, orange oils in here as well. Black currant potentially, Sichuan pepper extract. Yeah, so there's definitely some like peppercorn elements in there. Some galbanum in there, which is interesting. So yeah, this is a winner. This is a winner. If we go through, I have a bonus oil for you, but let's recap the 5 oils again for you real quick so we can talk through each one and I can remember what's in each one. So we started with this melon rind and rosemary. I think I said this is a 4 and a 4. I definitely like this one quite a bit. We then went to summer skin, I believe, which is this coconut, like watery, ambery, musky, light notes, banana, right? There's some banana in there. I like this one as well. I think I gave this a 4 and a 2 on strength. Then we moved on to this iced pineapple and coconut water. I did not like this. This was a 2. And then I think a 3 in strength, I said. This one had that pineapple and coconut note. I didn't get a ton of the agave until I like really smelled it, but probably in a candle this would burn down, or in a perfume it would dry down to that more greener side. But yeah, wasn't a big fan of that one. This moonflower and Manoi. If you need like I think I gave this a 3 in likability and a 1 in strength. If you need a kind of powdery white floral, maybe there's some iris or is violets in there. But if you need like a light floral mixer, definitely check this one out. Probably worth a sample size. I don't know that I go full bottle on this. And then this one, this chili mango and tamarind is a 4 and probably I don't know what I give this in strength, a 3 maybe. It's like in this 2 to 4 range because it's light on fruit, but it's heavy on spice. So it's probably a 3 in strength overall. This is unique. I would definitely try to make this work into a scent for sure. So those were the 5 of the Summer Sundown collection, but we have a bonus because I'm trying this out. I'm checking out a bunch of oceanic scents for some stuff that I'm developing, and this is a deep blue. So this is what it's called. On the bottle here, it says citrus, sea fennel, and sandalwood. Let's give it a try. Actually, yeah, let's give it a try first to see what I smell, and then we'll go to the site and see what they say. So it is definitely like watery. It's definitely almost like a men's body wash is what I'm getting from this. I definitely get the citrus notes. I would say bergamot because it's green but lemony as well. So it's a lemon lime combo. So I would like almost suspect bergamot. I do get a little mineral. I do get the sandalwood. There's probably an amber in here as well. It is oceany, which is I like, but it's a little generic. So like I would say on likability, it's a 3 for me, right? Like I love fresh scents, and this is not anything revolutionary to me, but I do like it. So I would give this a 3 on likability. Strength is probably a 3 or a 4. Let me do a deep inhale. And it comes across oceanic, but not like super heavy, not super dark. So I do like that. It's probably a 3. So it's probably a 3 and a 3 for me. 3 in likability, 3 in strength. Yeah, they're saying sandalwood, sea fennel. There is some green elements to it, a little bit of aromatics, but it's mostly watery to me. Let's jump into their site. I'm gonna have to search for this one on their site. Deep blue, and let's see what they say. So aquatic freshness washes over radiant hints of sun-warmed cypress, marine moss, and fresh-cut cedar. Cedar is the green that I'm picking up for sure. Citrus, botanical floral, and enduring musk. Like I said, there's a musk or an amber in there. So aquatic, the top notes are aquatic, citrus. Mid notes are ozone and floral. Base notes are sandalwood and musk. Again, they're being really generic on these notes. That's why it kind of smells like a generic men's body wash to me. And then there's some natural content in there as well. I would argue that the citrus is bergamot. That's what I get. The mid of ozone is definitely there. I'm not really getting florals out of there. It leans fougere to me. So like this mint, there's probably some like lavender or some kind of aromatic note in there. But I definitely get the sandalwood, and I definitely get the musk slash amber. It's like a cleaner, but it's probably like a medium type musk. It's not super heavy animalistic, but it's definitely not super clean either. It definitely feels fougere to me. Like this feels like a fougere. I will probably test this in a couple things and some mixes for some aquatic scents that I'm building. But this is deep blue. So hopefully you guys have gotten something out of these fragrance notes. I want to know in the comments whether you have tried Fragrance2U, whether you've tried any of these Summer Sundown scents. What do you think about them? Definitely like I will put a link to Fragrance2U in there and a link to their Summer Sundown collection. But yeah, I think overall this is a great kind of fragrance oil company. You should definitely check them out. I'm not being sponsored at all. I have not been sponsored by any oil companies that I review. So definitely check them out. Leave me some comments down below. As always, give this a like. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, keeps you connected to future fragrance content. And as always, I will see you in the next video.